Have you created what seems like hundreds of lead magnets and none of them are bringing you clients? Lead magnets are a lifeline for your business. You use them to entice prospects to join your list, and then if you do it right, you can then nurture them and convert them into clients. But building a lead magnet is hard for three reasons. One, you may not know what type of lead magnet to build. Two, you may not know what to include in the lead magnet. And finally, three, you may not know how to package it so that it converts and actually brings you clients. So today I'm going to show you how to do just that. I'm going to help you select the right lead magnet type for your coaching business. I'm going to give you some tips on how to package it up so that it converts. But before that, I'm going to show you what to include in the lead magnet so that you don't spend hours building out things that people are not going to read or appreciate. So first, let's talk about lead magnet types. There are many different types of lead magnets that you can build. You can build checklists, templates, you can build guides, ebooks, you can build quizzes, you can build webinars, you can offer free coaching sessions, you can offer free trials to your community if you have one, many different types. And selecting the right type of lead magnet is difficult because it will depend on what the lead magnet is all about. Before we get into what the lead magnet is all about, I want to clearly identify what a lead magnet is. It is not an in-depth guide about things. It's not an information booklet about your services, and it's not a for your information brochure. Lead magnet is an immediately actionable solution to a precise and easily recognized problems that your potential clients may have or already have. For example, my potential clients are coaches, consultants who are looking to get more clients, get more leads, and grow their business. So a lot of the times, their main problem is they don't really know how to do that. Okay, so especially when they're starting out or they've been doing it for 3-4 months, 6 months, they've done the word of mouth campaigns and are getting some clients, but they're not really getting any traction online and not getting any leads online and not converting them into clients. So that's their problem. They don't know what to do. So what I offer for them is a roadmap to help them get leads and then nurture them into clients. How to do that, the exact steps with explanation. So it's just a high level problem that they can recognize immediately. I don't have leads, I don't have clients, I need a roadmap. How do I do that? Here's your roadmap. If you want the roadmap, the link is in the description. So when you're designing the lead magnet, what you're looking for is a problem that your potential audience, your leads, might have, and then you want to offer them a solution to that problem. So once you've identified the solution, the problem, you can then identify the type of lead magnet that would best deliver that solution. In coaching, the most popular lead magnet that I've seen is the webinar. And everybody's kind of offering webinars. Hey, sign up for my webinar. I will talk about this, this, or that. And then you give emails, maybe attend the webinar, and then that's how you get on the list. The issue with the webinar is it's often not a solution-oriented webinar. It's often just an information type webinar. Hey, by the way, this is how you do these things, all of these things. Not very focused. And it requires usually an hour of your prospect's time before they can understand whether it's good for them or not, whether it's useful for them or not, or whether they can apply whatever you're selling in the webinar or offering in the webinar. So that's that's one of the issues with the webinar. There's many others. So, for example, you need to learn how to deliver webinars with quality, keep people's focus, kind of organize it with the right way. So that's the problem with the webinar. And because most of the lead magnets of webinars is very difficult for coaches, for example, to actually get people into their list, get the leads, get the prospects. A better a better a better solution to the webinar bit, um, a better solution to the lead magnet problem would be understanding what the problem you're solving, what is the solution that you're offering, and then fitting the type of lead magnet to that solution. It could be a webinar, it could be a free session. So let's say you are an executive coach that's helping executives deliver, let's say you're an executive coach and you're helping your let's say you're an executive coach and you're helping your clients, executives, make better decisions in their business, strategic decisions. What is a problem that they're continually faced with that they would likely be they would likely to recognize it when they see it, when in your content or in your ads, for example. And one of the problems could be that the executives continually doubt themselves whether they made the right decision or not. And one of the lead magnets, so a solution to that problem would be what would be a solution to that problem? A solution to that problem would be to, let's say, identify which decision style is yours currently. Decision-making style is currently, right? So like if you're doubting yourself making decisions, maybe your decision's not good enough. So there's your hook. Are you constantly doubting your decisions? Find out what decision style you apply to all your decisions, and then figure out which one would be better to making these kind of decisions. And then immediately you have a problem, solution, and a lead magnet type just immediately kind of talks about itself. In this case, it would be a quiz of some sort, or some sort of an assessment, where whether it's you do it, in 20 minutes via free session assessment, or it's an online, you click, figure out a couple of questions, and in the end you get a little report that says you are this type of decision maker, impulsive. How do you go from impulsive to the one that makes better decisions all the time, whatever the type may be? And all of a sudden, not only did you provide them with the problem definition, you provided them with a solution and some sort of result that they can immediately take and apply to whatever they're doing. And now you have their email address. Okay, so now that's how you kind of grabbed their attention. So once you've kind of identified your lead magnet type, the next thing you want to do is package it up. How do you do that? But before we talk about that, I want to also highlight, what do you put into the lead magnet? What type of information? What do you include in the lead magnet? One of the problems that I've seen, and I've actually experienced it myself because I've done this many times, is putting too much information into the lead magnet. If it's a guide, it's a template, a checklist, whatever it is, webinar, anything that you create and you give to people, you often will put too much information in there. And I promise you, nobody reads all of your lead magnet. If you have 25 pages of, densely packed, most valuable information on how to solve a particular problem, 99% of the people who get the magnet will not read it. And at that point, it becomes useless, and that you've lost that ability to build trust. So when you're creating a lead magnet, what you want to include is just this one thing: the quickest way to solve the problem. If you can do it in one page, if it's a lead magnet, if it's a checklist or a template or a guide or a how-to, if you can do it in one page, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, done, then you've succeeded. Because when the person, your prospect, when they get that lead magnet and they look at it and they say, oh, it's 10 steps, it fits on one page, immediately it looks like it's easy for them. And because it looks like it's easy for them, they're likely to try it. They're likely to believe that you are actually an expert in solving that particular problem. You have built a little bit of trust because they've looked at it, maybe they tried it. So that's the thing. To include, what you want to include in that lead magnet package is the minimum necessary information to solve the problem. Minimum necessary, not maximum, minimum. So if you're doing a quiz, Don't make it 150 question quiz. Make it 10 question quiz. And then in the end, give the answer. It won't be as accurate as if you did 150 question quiz, for example, but it'll be accurate enough to already provide some sort of result, some sort of satisfaction for the client, for your prospect, for your lead, and then build that trust with you. Finally, the third part on how to package your lead magnet. Many marketing gurus online, many lead magnet builders and funnel builders will talk about building these elaborate funnels with all sorts of information within the page, describing what it is and all of that. Maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. In my experience, the simpler the better. Problem definition at the top, maybe an image of what the lead magnet is, a cover or whatever it is, a form, and then at the bottom, email, name, email, download now. That's it. No benefits, nothing else. Headline, maybe a little bit of a description that kind of provides the solution and the end result. Talks about the end result of applying the solution, and then image, and then just the place to put your email, your name, and then click download or send me or whatever it is, whatever the call to action that may be. Nothing else on the page. Maybe a little bit of logo sprinkled at the top to kind of build your authority. Maybe a little bit of privacy terms at the bottom in case you need to have that for your, let's say, ads when they come in. Usually LinkedIn, Google, and all those ad providers, advertising platforms require you to have some sort of privacy and terms on the page. But that's it. You don't want your prospect, when they come to your page, to actually do anything but give you their name, give you their email, and then get the lead magnet. So the headline, what should the headline be? Keep it as clear as possible, define the problem, or immediately go into the how-to solution. So it would be how to make better decisions when you're under stress and the deal is about to fall through. So that's what you're thinking about. And then the below will be try out this quiz to check out your decision-making style or something like that. That's how kind of you break it down. And that's it. So just to recap, you want to identify the problem that is immediate, that your leads will recognize immediately. It will be very specific, very precise, very recognizable problem. You want to understand what the simplest, most actionable, the shortest solution you can provide. That will give you the idea on what type of lead magnet you need to create, the types of checklist, templates, guides, quizzes, webinars, whatever it is. Once you've identified that, you want to build your lead magnet. You want to include the least amount of information needed, very easily so that the prospect, the lead, can look at it and actually take action immediately. Then once you've done that, you want to build your lead magnet capture page, called the opt-in page or the squeeze page in the marketing parlance. And the opt-in page has only 3 elements. You have your headline and the description of the lead magnet. You have your image of the lead magnet, the cover, whatever it may be, and then the opt-in form where you ask for your name and their email, and then the call to action, download, send, subscribe, whatever it may be. That's it. That's as simple as you go. If you don't overthink it, you want to try these. You want to make several lead magnets to try them out, to see which one actually brings in people. And then when you drive traffic to your lead magnets from your content, you will see which lead magnets are actually converting. And then you can kind of play around with many different things, but that's for a different video. If you want the roadmap to get your first 1,000 leads, the link is in the description, and I will see you in the next video.